Welcome to the show, y'all. I'm so glad to look you upside your head. How y'all feeling? You feeling good? Yes, I could tell because I got to tell on myself. You know, before I come out here, I be watching y'all dancing. I saw you a good moves. Y'all was jacking it up. Look at you fanning yourself. You was sweating. You was having too good of a time. But that lets me know why y'all energy is so amazing and why it lifts me up every time I come out of those doors. When I come out here and meet that energy and after watching y'all dance, it get me ready. And then I gotta get up with my knee and my shoulder and I get my, hey! You like my dance moves? See, all you gonna get is a knee and the shoulder. I can't do too much more after that, okay? But y'all, what turns out, there's some scientists that says dancing is a good thing. It's like, it does so many things for us. It keeps us lifted and gives us energy. So the Good News Network says it can help us with weight loss, blood pressure, and our mental health, okay? Apparently it's the ideal workout because it's sustainable, social, and of course it's entertaining. And it's just flat out fun. You know, we all be feeling ourselves getting up in our groove like that. I guess the club is just a different type of gym. I never thought about that. Like, it's kind of still a workout, right? Yes. But you feeling yourself and you having fun. Listen to your good music. Don't we do that in the gym too? Okay, I never thought about it like that. Okay. Now with all the dancing here, I think we right on track with it because y'all got the right energy. And you know who else? These cute little babies. They kicked it off at birth. Come on, check them out. You got me on baby. Those babies know how to get on a good foot, and so do y'all. Can we get this party started now? We spent a lot of our years dancing to my first guest. You can't think of the 90s without thinking of her and her music. Please welcome the beautiful and soulful Monica! I am so happy to have you here.
It is so good to see you, and congratulations. You are doing an incredible job.
Thank you so much.
Incredible.
Thank you. Thank you. I do not take that lightly coming from you. I've always looked up to you as an artist, as a vocalist. So I'm happy to have you here.
Wow, thank you.
Yes, ma'am, girl, yes. And not to mention, we both were signed to Clive David.
Absolutely. When I got signed, I was not 12 years old yet. So the records that you hear, like Just One of Them Days and Why I Love You So Much, I recorded all those records at 12 and 13 years old.
Really?
Yeah.
That is amazing. Yeah. Like, how did that happen so young?
Well, for me, it started really simplistic. I like to win.
Come on.
And what happened was I have a very competitive, very incredible aunt by the name of Laura. And she took me to the trophy store and she said, would you like this one? And it was about this big. Or would you like this one? And it was as tall as I was. So I said, I want that one. And I sang The Greatest Love of All. And at 9 years old, that feeling of watching people respond to me when I'm singing, it changed my life. It changed my perspective. It changed how I felt because I was a child that experienced a whole lot. And singing was just my peace and solace for myself. And then I saw that I could kind of transition that to other people. And I just fell in love with it. So the day that I got signed or that I was discovered, I entered a talent show at the center stage because I wanted the $1,000. Again, I told y'all I like to win the money. I like to win. I like to win.
Where do you get your soulfulness from, your voice from?
My family. My mother's entire family sings. And the choir is actually named after my grandfather, Alphonso Page Chorus. So when we sang with our hearts. When you're singing for the glory of God, if you really have faith and believe what you're singing, it feels different. And I take that into secular music with me. Now, there are some songs that require more than others, especially after you've been through a thing
You
or
better
two.
know something.
So I sang So Gone from a different place.
Come on.
Than I sang Why I Love You So Much.
Right.
But they were still places of conviction.
You said that. It reminds me of when I was growing up in church. I sang my first solo at 7, and I used to walk around the church, talk to the choir director and whoever, and I'd be like, okay, but what is the song about? You know, because we know when we sing it in church, it comes from a different place.
Right.
You're singing for a different purpose.
Right.
Or if you're singing for a talent show versus, a film, you know, it has different contexts. I feel you on that tip. Now, what I want to know, like, okay, it's take me back to your hits, like Don't Take It Personal. One of my favorites is Baby, That's Why I Love You So Much. That was my song,
Wow.
okay?
Yes.
I used to try to imitate you. Do you understand?
It's the neck roll. It's in the neck. You know, most people sing from here, almost like in the diaphragm, but I think I sing from my neck.
You do.
Something.
You do.
I do. I can't control it. When I try to control it, I don't sound as good. If I just let it go, then it works.
Then it's
but,
there.
you know, that song I actually sang thinking about my father. At the time, he and I weren't speaking, and not because of him, totally because of me not understanding until I became a parent what it took to be a parent. And sometimes we don't grant as much grace because we don't understand it.
That's
we haven't
true.
been there. So I was estranged from him, and I sang Why I Love You So Much with the conviction you hear, thinking about him, because regardless of what we ever went through, I always loved my dad. So I found ways to just make those things make sense for me.
Yeah.
Now, if a song don't make sense at all, I don't sing it.
I understand that.
Yeah. If it doesn't make sense at all,
Because if it
it's
don't
not-
resonate with us,
Period.
we can't expect it to resonate with the
Period.
listener.
Exactly.
You're such a true musician, young lady. Yes. Okay. Monica, you were 17 years old when The Boy Is Mine topped the charts at #1. You and Brandy. Yes, y'all remember that? You couldn't tell me I wasn't y'all. I'm just saying. Okay. And then I got to watch you guys reunite on Versus.
Yes.
And I heard Michelle Obama was on there watching too. What that make y'all feel like?
I was in shock because honestly, I was afraid of doing the verses, not afraid of anything other than the fact that I enjoy people now understand that they can love us both.
Yes.
And I didn't want to do anything that reignited the feelings of yesteryear. You can love Monica and Brandy. She is the consummate professional.
Yep.
An amazing singer-songwriter. Her tone is next to none. We're not to be compared. We're polar opposites. We have completely different backgrounds and upbringings. Our subject matters are typically different. I don't understand why people don't understand they can love both.
Yes.
And so that was my reservation. But after talking to her and Larry Jackson, who you know as well,
yes.
Swiss Beats and everybody that was involved, they said it will be a celebration of music.
It is.
And that was our goal in that moment. So I'm glad that we did it, and we did it in Atlanta, where I'm from.
Listen, I'm grateful that y'all did it. You know what I mean? It was necessary. You both are icons. Can you stick around for a little bit?
You better know.
All right, more with Monica in a few. We'll be right back. And we're back with Monica. Okay, listen, all y'all, my girls. You co-wrote a song recently with Sierra. Letters?
Let me tell you what actually happened.
Tell me.
This is where the friendship matters. She and I have been in each other's lives since the early 90s. Okay, this was prior to her being in the music business. So of course, I'm enjoying the mom, the wife, the friend that she's become just over the years, because no better teacher than experience.
Right.
So the more we experience, the greater we grow together. So I'm telling her, I have this record, and I no longer feel the way I used to about who this record is about. How can I make this make sense? And she just starts melody after melody and word after word. And that's how it happened. It wasn't a structured situation where we sat down and just said, we're gonna write a song. I play her a lot of my music and vice versa. And I said, listen, these lyrics need to change, because this is not how Auntie felt right now in comparison to how I felt 8-9 months ago, right? And she just said, it's okay. Don't get overwhelmed. That's her position all the time.
Yeah.
I'm the storm, she's the calm.
I
So
love that.
she just kind of calmed the storm, and we came up with a different way to convey the feelings so that they matched my heart in that moment.
Nice.
Yeah.
Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
You've done so many great things, and it's been so inspiring just watching your career. So what can we expect next from you?
We have a lot coming up. I have been unfortunately, very slow at creating my last album. So slow that it was initially named Chapter 38 and I'm 43. So it's been a minute. So we got to get this album out, and I'm also putting out my country album, Open Roads.
Come on.
That is, yeah.
I love that for you.
And
what else? Come on.
one thing that no one knows until today is that I'm going on tour, the Pink Friday 2 tour with Nicki Minaj.
Oh.
It is starting,
Yes.
it's starting on March 1st, and I get a chance to hit all these cities that mean so much to me. Atlanta, of course, New Orleans, Nashville. We're coming to every city we possibly can, and I'm really grateful for Nicki because she's one of those people that has always said, Monica meant everything to my childhood. And some people, they act like they forget.
No,
and so it's pretty cool not to be forgotten and to be called for things like such. So we're going to show up and show out.
All right, we're going to be looking for it. I can't wait, and we ain't forget, honey. Now, your son is here with you, Romello. You have 4 kids, but you got one of your good kids with you here today. Hello.
What's up? What's up?
Ah. Oh, my God. Like, what is it like hanging out with your mom? Stand on up and talk to me.
It's great hanging with my mom. You know, she has a very inspiring story. Like, she left home when she was young, and I feel like I kind of relate to it a lot. So I like coming with my mom to these things a lot.
Wow. And you went to the pre-Grammy with her recently?
Yes, ma'am.
What was you expecting, and what did you end up experiencing?
I was expecting a lot of, like, old people.
He sound like
But I see,
that is hilarious.
I see some young people. Like, I see Ice Spice.
Oh, yeah.
Did you get excited?
He saw all of Ice Spice because she gave a quick twerk for the people.
Oh, good.
And so I look over, and he goes from sitting very attentive to like, okay, with the
you
phone
put down
up.
the phone.
Yeah, I woke up a little bit.
Yeah, he attends a basketball academy called OTE,
I
Overtime
heard you
Elite.
play basketball.
Your boo came and visited
Oh, my
us.
goodness, yeah?
I'll tell you about it later.
Okay, tell me
Carmen
about
was
it.
there. I was watching. I had the eyes on him, okay? Yes, no one speak to him. Keep it moving. That's my girl, Jennifer. Thank you.
But I gotta ask you, what do you play? What position you play?
I play point guard.
Point guard. Ooh, I need to come see that. I know we're gonna expect some great things from you, young man. You look at him right here. Oh, that is serious. You better have.
Let's go, Lilo.
Okay, see, with all that energy, what kind of basketball mom are you? Because I know what kind I am. You do not want to sit at the same game.
Let me say, I'm not the ref's favorite. I'm not the ref's favorite, but I'm definitely the team's favorite because I'm for all of the boys. I'm the rest of the boys' auntie, but I'm his mama. So when Mello hits the floor, it's let's go, Mello. Let's go.
You decide. That's the type of energy. Okay. I know we're gonna expect great things from you, young man. Thank you for being here. Thank you for thinking we cool, right? And Monica, thank you for being here. Will you come back again to see us?
I have got to come back with the album and sing.
All right, I'm gonna hold you to it.
Please.
Monica, y'all, we'll be right back. From preschool to pre-med, the internet is calling my next guest an adorable doctor. Take a look.
What bones did you fix?
So today I didn't fix any bones.
But, so then why did you have scrubs on?
Patient tore his rotator cuff tendon and it was a large tear, massive.
Tell me more about the surgery, please. I want to tell you something. I love the way you help people. I'm excited for myself to be a doctor.
From Fort Lauderdale, Florida, please welcome 4-year-old Summer, her mom Janyl, and her dad Marvin.
Doing great.
Good. Thank you for being here. I should call you Dr. Summer. How are you?
Good.
Do I have the right equipment for you?
Yes.
Okay, you can take care of all of us?
Yes.
I believe it. I believe it. Thank you so much for being here. Now, Summer, can you tell me how long you wanted to be a doctor?
Since I was 2.
Since you was 2? Oh my goodness. Why do you want to be a doctor?
Because I want to help people, and the bones are so cool. And
You like bones?
Yes.
Okay. Now, you have a brother, huh?
Yes.
Is he one of your patients?
Not fully my patients, but sometimes I just decide to use my stethoscope on him.
I have to ask you guys, where does this come from? When did you discover her passion to want to be a doctor?
So a lot of it really started with her at the dinner table asking me about my day. And as an orthopedic surgeon, she's usually asking, so Daddy, what bones did you fix? And we just continued to feed that curiosity. And the more she heard, the more she wanted to learn.
Oh, okay. And then, Mom, you're a lawyer.
Yes.
Huh.
Yes.
Wow. Has she expressed any interest in being a lawyer?
Not at all. Quite the opposite. Quite the opposite.
So you want to work with your dad one day?
Yes, when I'm older.
When you're older? What's some of your favorite things you talk about with your dad?
Bones in his day and how but in real life, how they broke the bones and what did they do. And it's also a good lesson for them to learn how to be careful another time.
That is a very good point. You love helping people?
Yes.
Yes. Would you help animals?
No, I'm gonna help children.
Okay. You got it all figured out. Now, Summer, I see you looking over here at the skeleton. You want to teach us a few things?
Yes.
Okay, you ready to? All right. Well, what you got? Let's see what we got. I got you. You see your stick? This is for you to point it out. She can do this all by herself, guys. Oh, okay. Well, let's see. I'm going to get in my position. Child, I hurt my knee. I'm going to need your help when I'm done. Look at her. She's going to help me out. Okay. Now, can you show me where the femur is? She's right there. Because, baby, I don't know, so I need some. Do you know? Okay. What is it exactly?
It is the longest bone in the human body.
Oh, my God. And the patella, what is that?
It is your kneecap, and it is right here.
Wow. That is amazing. And okay, because mine is aching right here. You know, maybe you can help me out a little later. I was like, perfect, I have doctors in the building. Okay, can you tell everyone what muscles do?
Muscles, they keep you strong.
They keep you strong. You're good. Can I get an appointment?
With my dad. Daddy, what day is it tomorrow? Okay, then it's going to work.
He's going to work, so I have to call and book an appointment to see about my knee.
Yes, I was just making sure it was not on the weekends like on Sunday.
She know your schedule too, huh? Now, you taught us a lot of things today. You sure you're not a doctor yet?
I'm not a doctor yet, but I learned from my daddy.
And you will be, right? I know you will. You know, you're our favorite MD to be, and we got you a little gift. Can I give you a little gift?
Yes.
Okay, here it comes. This is just for you. I hope you like your uniform. You like it? How about if I put it here? You got some Jennifer Rice scrubs, okay? And then we got your little badge, you know, with your name on it, because this is serious business, and we believe you're gonna be a future doctor. Don't you guys? You are amazing. Thank you guys so much for being here. You keep doing what you do. We'll be right back. Woo, we're here. The Super Bowl is just right around the corner, which means it's time to check in with the best kids sports reporter in the business. Jeremiah, are you there?
Yeah, hello.
Hi, Jeremiah. It is so great to see you. How are things going in Vegas?
It's great. I'm really excited for the upcoming events in February, and I'm so excited for everything.
Oh my God, listen, I totally feel you. You know what, we had so much fun surprising you and your mom with the brand new Mazda last time you were here. What was that like for you?
It was just amazing knowing that I was finally going to be able to bless my mom with the car that she's always wanted, and I was going to be able to achieve my dream of getting her a car. So I just really felt blessed at that moment, and the fact that it was so beautiful and it was her favorite color and it was just like she wanted, I was just so happy for her and so happy for myself that I was able to achieve my goals.
You know what? I was just as happy for you. It melted my heart witnessing you guys have that moment. And then I know you guys used to ride your bikes to school, so what is the best part about having this new Mazda?
Honestly, everything. I mean, it's kind of like the opposite of riding bikes because when you ride bikes, your legs hurt. But now in the car, I have so much leg room so I can relax my legs. And it's really just amazing when I'm in the car because it just soothes me and, like, finally, it makes me feel really great and just really grateful that I'm able to have it.
Oh, I got to ask you this, Jeremiah. Does it make you want to start driving?
I mean, honestly, I've always wanted to learn how to drive because, I have to do that eventually when I grow up because that's part of being an adult. So I've always wanted to drive, but I think I'll be more excited if I see that car on my driveway every day.
I bet you would. Okay, I bet you it'll happen because a lot of great things are happening for you. The Super Bowl is this weekend, and it's in Vegas. How does it feel having the big game in your hometown?
I mean, honestly, it feels like Las Vegas is turning into the sports capital of the United States. I mean, the Las Vegas Aces won their WNBA championship. The Vegas Golden Knights won the Stanley Cup. The Las Vegas Raiders are here. And now a Super Bowl. And the fact that I live in Las Vegas and I love sports, it feels like Las Vegas is heaven for me. So I'm just really happy.
And you get to pull up in style in your new Mazda. Listen, I know you're going to live your best life. But I got to ask you this. Do you have any predictions that you want to share with us? Because we know you know the game.
I mean, honestly, I think it's just going to be a hard-fought, great game. I mean, two great quarterbacks, two great teams in a battle for the ages. I really think it's going to be a great game. I can't really predict who's going to win because anything can happen in sports and anything can happen, especially in football. So I can't make a prediction, but I can say it's going to be a great game.
We believe that because we know you know. Okay, now, I know what I get super excited about. I get excited about the halftime show. So are you excited about the halftime show?
I'm excited, but I'm not as excited as my mom because she knows every single Usher song, and I only know one, and that's the song that goes like, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's the only one I know, but she knows all of them.
Well, I'm like your mom. I know those songs too, but after you see this halftime show, I'm sure you're going to know all the songs. Okay, but the last time you were here, I told you that we had a very special reporting assignment for you to do. You remember that? Mm-hmm. And you know, Mazda is all about enriching lives. And now that you're a part of the family, I hear they're sending you on a big press day for the Super Bowl. Can you tell us about it?
Well, there's two major events that I'm really excited for. And the first one is the NFL experience. Not just because I get to interview a bunch of families and ask them about football and the upcoming Super Bowl, but there's also a bunch of games there. And I'm still a kid and I still like to play games. So it's really going to be fun doing that. And the second thing is going to be the Walter Payton Man of the Year event. And I'm really excited for that because I'm going to reunite with my Raiders buddy Max Crosby. But I'm also going to be able to interview other great football players like Patrick Mahomes, Saquon Barkley, and Cooper Kupp.
You know what? You know your stuff, young man. Just hearing you talk about it, I'm super excited for you. You got me Super Bowl excited, okay? I am so proud of you, and I know Mazda is too. So we want to see you live out all of your reporter ambitions, okay? So make sure to check out our Instagram stories on our Super Bowl Sunday where you can catch Jeremiah's hot takes during the big game because he know his stuff. Okay, Jeremiah, now I heard you got to get to school, right?
Yeah, I do.
Don't forget about that. You be on time for class, but...
I won't.
Okay, yeah, you better, because you ain't got no excuse. You got that monster car to get you there. So I know you're going to make it. So, you know what? Have a great day.
I will.
And we will see you soon. I'm so proud of you, young man. We'll be right back. Our next guest, a multi-Grammy nominated artist with #1 songs like Colors and More Than a Love Song. From Black Pumas, please welcome Eric Burton and Adrian Quesada. I am so happy to have you here at the Happy Place. And I know I get to see y'all perform later. You know I love to get to the music, but I'm so interested. I have so many questions for you guys. How are you doing?
I'm really good.
You're good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, because you just got, like, your 8th Grammy nomination recently? Like, how does that feel? And how How does that like impact your music when you get that type of recognition?
Well, I mean, before I was a part of Black Pumas, Adrian had been here already. He's been doing it. It's always a blessing for me individually, though, that it's always held here in California. I'm from here, so it's nice to make the family proud at every turn. And then we got nominated our 8th time on a song that was actually started musically by Adrian. So, how you feeling?
Yeah, we're happy to be here. You know, we were just talking this time around. You feel more comfortable. You know, the first time around is a little overwhelming. Our first nomination, our album came from just really humble beginnings. I mean, we just like to make music. We would do it, and all of a sudden, you know, a couple of years later. So yeah, this time around, I was like, we were looking at each other. We're like, man, we just feel way more, you know, a lot more comfortable. Like you actually belong in there. You know.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a good signal that you actually belong when you get recognition like that. Now, before fame and the Grammys, Eric, you were a busker. How does that work?
For me, it meant taking 3 buses, 2 trains to get to the Santa Monica Pier. You get to the Santa Monica Pier, you got your permit, right? We have a vendor's permit.
So you have to get a permit to do it.
Got to get a permit to do it. You come earlier in the morning, you put your name in a big fish bowl. There's vendors out there vying for an opportunity to have a location on the pier. And the biggest thing that I learned was the importance of having a good attitude, the importance of remembering that every day isn't promised, the importance of feeling the sunshine, having your drinks.
And then bringing all the joy to the people.
That's
Because
right.
I'm one of those people, I love getting out there and seeing the buskers. I'm so glad you told me this because I would have been out there just to sing it, not knowing that I needed a permit to go out there and do it. Y'all, you don't understand. I never knew that about that.
It's serious business out there.
Okay, and then you also auditioned for American Idol. You were on American Idol.
I did. You know, I wasn't going to bring that up, Jennifer.
You know what? You know,
because
you
you
know
really
I had
crushed
to.
it. You know, I think you made like top 11.
Place 7th place.
Yeah. Oh, excuse me.
Yeah.
7th place.
Thank you.
But it was really interesting when I got to do it, and you know, I think I was on season 12, and I had just made it to Hollywood, and that was where my journey ended with American Idol. But I will say, very briefly, that it was like such a full circle moment. Just being here today, but also hearing our song that kind of went really wild for the first album, Colors, was licensed on American Idol, and you know, we've been in conversations with them.
That is a full circle. So now the contestants are singing your song.
Yes. Well, yeah.
Think about that. That is major. Okay, Adrian, now you too cool for school. You just in here like this, but I understand it.
No, I'm always taking it in with his stories, you know.
You got to do backup for Prince?
Yeah, after his 3121 album, I was in a Latin band called Grupo Fantasma. He sort of took us under his wing for a couple years, and we used to play his club in Vegas. He had a residency there every Thursday night, and then we eventually started playing parties with him and backing him at shows and stuff. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, was that intimidating?
Very, totally intimidating. You know, but we were a young band, and he was really nurturing, really sweet. And I think, you know, one thing that kind of gets overlooked is how he was hysterical. You know, he was really funny, and he was really just always gracious with us. You know, it was intimidating as hell, and of course rehearsals sometimes could be a little bit intense, but he was always trying to teach us.
Right.
You know,
I was going to ask you, what is the biggest thing you felt like you got to take away from him when you worked with him?
We did a lot of rehearsals with him, and one thing that, I mean, it's not like one specific thing, but the way he put a show together, I would see the method to the madness. You know, you'd be rehearsing and just kind of all over the place, playing this, playing that, but he would record everything, take it home, make notes, and the next day he'd come back and he's like, here's how this is gonna go. This song is gonna go here, it's gonna go into a medley of that. And he pieced the whole thing together over you know, and seeing the way he would do that always is something that I kind of always aspired to.
You're blessed to be able to learn from a genius like Prince.
Yeah.
That is awesome. Oh my goodness. Okay, so let's get into this. Tell me about your new album, Chronicles of a Diamond.
Chronicles of a Diamond, man. It was
dope title.
It was such a cool experience, and that title was confirmed. Adrian, I had written that Chronicles of a Diamond song the very last day of sessioning, and Adrian was like, "Man, that is such a cool title. Maybe we should use it as an album piece." And at that point, I was just like, "Man, I've been working on this for 3+ years. I don't even care anymore." But it's been really interesting to kind of deep dive on the meaning of that song and as it pertains to our reflection as a dynamic duo and creative package.
Yeah.
This time around, I got to do a lot more producing, a lot more writing of the actual music before just lyrics and melodies. And I have to tell you, I got to give flowers to any producer who has the level of generosity that Adrian has in the studio in recognizing the disposition of any artist towards their inclination in producing, right?
Yes.
Every artist has a producer's mind. And so when we're given that opportunity, I think it makes the music that much better. So, Chronicles of a Diamond.
That's why you guys have such a great combination. If you like this video, smash that like button and subscribe to the Jennifer Hudson Show YouTube channel. Check your local listings or visit jenniferhudsonshow.com to see when you can watch full episodes in your area. And don't forget to sign up for the newsletter.